Have you ever heard of a Sigma INFJ? Found in only 1% of the population, these charismatic and enchanting individuals are undeniably head-turners. They effortlessly own the spotlight and mystify everyone with their uncanny abilities. But these lone wolves can also be dangerous. I'll show you how dangerous a Sigma INFJ can be. Before diving in further, you can stay up to date with all the latest happenings on the YouTube channel by turning on notifications. Number 10. They refuse to be controlled by people who are trying to change a Sigma INFJ. INFJ's beliefs and standards are just wasting time because they never will. And if ever someone attempts to control their life and change their direction, they won't hesitate to kick that person out of their life. Because Sigma INFJ types feel secure. They are so confident that they can work alone, refusing to be dictated to. They stand on their own because they know what they're doing. Sometimes it seems like just about everyone needs to be convinced that their way of doing things isn't the only way. It can be hard for partners and friends to get them to change. An INFJ usually prefers to do things on their own and may not be willing to compromise when they disagree with someone else's ideas. Do you also refuse to be controlled by others? Number 9. Extremely selective Sigma INFJ. If you put your identity on somebody else's work, you are sold out. You need to be honest about your life with that person and then be friends with you. There is no point if all they care about is fame and wealth and not the truth. Likewise, INFJs also have their standards when it comes to picking friends. They don't like people who think too highly of themselves or are self-righteous. Sigma types are very picky with choosing their friends or partners. They enjoy being around people who are reflective, can argue with rationality. Only the self-aware, wise, and humble are brilliant enough to astound INFJs, while others just come off as mediocre to them. Number 8. They dominate the room. A lot of people may be wondering how Sigma INFJ types can capture a room without being the alpha. The thing is, they're not trying to. They control the attention in their way and aren't afraid to express their feelings when they need to. Sigma INFJ personalities often avoid negative expectations by minding their own business and freeing themselves of people's expectations so they could be more productive and efficient. They keep their knowledge to themselves unless there is a reason for them to share something new. INFJs are known for their unique expressions. Do you like to be the center of attention? As an INFJ, what qualities do you enjoy expressing? Number 7. They don't care about what others say. The INFJ knows that being in a spotlight can cast a negative light on who they are and may make them slaves to other people's opinions and expectations. That's why they purposely detach themselves to have more time for themselves. They want to be the best, so they set their boundaries instead of following someone else's rules. They want to experiment and create, and they think details matter most in that process. What they say may not always be true, but don't say it to them twice. They are knowledgeable and they come up with unconventional ideas. Not surprising they don't want to be like alphas. They do well in their ways, which is why they need to be themselves. Number 6. They don't need anything from anyone. Why would you ever want to hurt the feelings of a Sigma INFJ? With their abilities to speak and walk away, they can easily dismiss anything that doesn't suit them. And once they've walked away, nothing is stopping them because they have no interest in you anymore. They're detached from the bond because they don't need anything from anyone. They need a meaningful bond that comes with the connection itself, not underlying desires or intentions. They're independent individuals, not self-sufficient, the latter is implied. All of this, the INFJ needs to have a fulfilling, happy life or healthy relationships with like-minded people. That's all they need as a Sigma type. Are you strong enough not to need anyone's help, even during the toughest times? Number 5. They're extremely curious. With a desire for knowledge that never ceases, INFJs are often very curious about various things. They find it impossible to sleep because they just want to know more and more. Despite their vast knowledge, they still try to expand their horizons and don't like people who make judgments without attempting to understand the situation. This is why they generally don't like people who take life too seriously. The first thing they do is invest a lot of time in improving their skills and developing themselves. That's why Sigma INFJ types are very demanding people that can't be conversed with easily. Number 4, they don't tolerate anyone who ruins their peace. Sigma INFJ types are just as social as they are when they're working alone. Solitude is important to them and sometimes makes them difficult to contact them by text or phone. Though it may seem like their time is not well invested, solitude doesn't imply idleness. An INFJ may struggle to deal with conflict or be social. When they are alone, they will often work hard on enduring long-term goals that can lead to personal success. And when someone tries to judge their lifestyle or preference, they won't hesitate to cut them off. They don't want to put up with anyone who disrupts their peace as an INFJ. Do you have friends like that? Number 3, they're so hard to reach. INFJ types might seem inaccessible to others, not because they're intentionally trying to avoid contact. They usually just enjoy being independent because they don't need other people's approval to do what they want with their life. They intentionally avoid looking at society and focus on their skills instead. Doing so allows them to gain more time and passion for self-growth. Dating an INFJ is often not always easy. They tend to be mysterious and it can take some time before they reveal their true selves to you. The relationship might cause occasional arguments at times, but there will also be thorough discussions that allow you to explore new perspectives together. This may be difficult, but when you see the unique beauty that exists inside their mind, I promise it will be worth it. Number 2, they don't follow anyone's rules, not seek comfort and rewards from the external environment. An INFJ Sigma type is difficult to deal with because they don't follow the rules. Nobody can tell them when to stop, so nobody can tell them to stop doing what they're doing. Even if everyone hates them for pursuing something, they won't care because none of what people think of the person matters once they decide on their route. People have their own beliefs that differ from person to person. That's why they do everything according to what they believe but not what other people tell them. Sigma INFJ types have their sense and intuition, which tells them the right thing to do. They trust their intuition more than they trust anyone in this world. As an INFJ, do you find that your standards are more important to you than what other people think of you? Number 1, they're very competitive. Don't take this the wrong way. INFJ Sigmas do not compete with others, but with themselves. It's their past performances that drive them to excel and challenge themselves. Thus, they can perform better than anyone else. Their rise to fame stemmed from their willingness to be independent and disciplined when necessary. Once they decided to focus on a particular goal, they relentlessly stuck with it no matter what the circumstances. No dream is too difficult to accomplish for INFJ types. They always push themselves to the limit and achieve more than they set out to do. The worst decision anyone can make is to challenge and belittle an INTP's goals because their creativity knows no bounds. They may not seem like the type to be untrustworthy from first impressions, but many people have found their true colors. People should exercise caution when dealing with them because they might not be as trustworthy as they appear. Are you a Sigma INFJ? How do you manifest your strengths in your daily life? If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so I can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.